Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm gonna be giving you guys part 11 of What If Naruto joined the Akatsuki. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune because I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had a Byakugan and Sharingan after this. So stay in tune for that and enjoy. And also, go ahead and check out Anime King, where I post a new episode of What If Naruto created his own village. And also, What If Naruto was trained by Kaguya, so switch over there and enjoy those. And if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice and you enjoy the videos on both channels, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, where I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So the last time we left off, Orochimaru was making Nagato and Naruto doing practice training with Karin and Konan, as Konan was Karin's teacher. With the others that escaped Danzo, they went to Uzo, so they can lie low there. Tsunade also get contact with Gaara, and Gaara is going to help them. And also, Tsunade loyal envoys is going to help them as well. But, going in there, one of his seals activate as it was a booming sound as snakes emerged from everywhere. Sasuke uses Amaterasu to burn all of the snakes, as Orochimaru felt it. And Orochimaru then informed Nagato and Naruto about it, as Naruto got pissed about that, hearing that Sakura and Sasuke were at his home village. And Orochimaru also told them something that made Naruto lose his mind, that the Uzumaki set up a seal, so if the person who was responsible of wiping out the clan ever came back again, the seal would go off. That means the Uchihas were behind the attack. As Naruto got pissed, as he turned into six tails and went off, as he was going to Uzo, as Nagato tell everyone to follow behind him. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can check out the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode, shall we? The group was following a stream of fire which Naruto was creating while he was tearing through the forest. What do you see, Konan? Nagato asks. A stream of fire making its way to the land of whirlpools. You can see it rip through the woods, said Konan. Hinata's eyes grew wide. What do we do? Nagato then spoke. We follow the road that he's creating and make sure that he doesn't run into any trouble. Sasori then spoke. Anything he run into is going to be dead for sure. As they all headed off at top speed, with Naruto inside of his mindscape. We will be there soon, Naruto. Do you want to switch back when we arrive? No, said Naruto. No? What do you mean, said Kurama. I am going to let you do it. You mean? Yes. I am going to give you an early Christmas present. I feel that you deserve a little treat for all that you have done. So what is your plan, Kurama asks. Simple. Go to the Whirlpool village and kill them all. All of them, said Kurama. All of them. But I want you to kill Sasuke slowly and tear him to pieces, and I want Sakura to watch as you rip him apart and then you rip out her throat. Very well, Naruto. I will bring you their heads, said Kurama, as Kurama let out a roar as he too hated the Uchihas as they burned through the forest at top speed. Back with Danzo, he was in deep thought. The people had accepted his rules. The elders supported his actions, and even the feudal lord agreed that his past experience will support the village well. He was having issues with ninjas who were loyal to Tsunade and Kakashi. These ninjas were searching around where they had no right to. Guy had already been in prison. After losing a few toes, he cried out the information that they wanted. Danzo has called off the search in the Land of Iron. Thankfully, he barely avoided a quarrel with Mifune, the leader of the samurai. There was a knock at the door. Lord Hokage. Come in, said Danzo. A woman walked into the room carrying an envelope. We may have found Naruto Uzumaki, or at least the Kyuubi, as Danzo took the envelope and released a seal, as there was a lot of photos in there. As Danzo looked at the photo, the ground was scorched and burned everywhere. What am I looking at here? At the head of the burning field is the Kyuubi, said the woman. Wait, this place up ahead. Is it? Yes, the ruins of the Whirlpool Village, Naruto's homeland. Great work, you shall receive bonus pay. As of tomorrow, you are my new assistant. Thank you, sir. I am glad that I picked the right side in all of this. Your work with the previous Hokage, you did well. You told me all her secrets, hideout, weaknesses, allies. You were the one who told me where Naruto went when he ran from the village. You diverted all search party in that area. You also helped me in prison and torture members of Sakura Haruno's family for information. You are truly a devious one. Do you care about Tsunade at all? Danzo asks. I mean only to serve you at the best of my ability, Lord Hokage. She would have failed a long time ago if it wasn't for my hard work. Danzo pulled the woman on the table as she came willingly as she lay there, her eyes full with lust, as Danzo kissed her on her neck. If they come anywhere near you, my lord, they will all die, the woman said. As Danzo whispered in her ear, your hard efforts will be rewarded, Shizune. Back at the hidden Whirlpool Village, the place was shaking as buildings were being break apart. Because of the shake, it felt like an earthquake. As Kakashi was worried, he sensed immense chakra from outside growing closer, as he did not want to warn them just yet. The last thing they wanted to be panic and mess up, so he was going to wait until he knew what it was. As Kakashi knew hundreds of allies with chakra, but the closer it got, the more familiar it came. It only got worse. Tsunade then spoke. Should we go outside? It might bring down the building. Asuma then felt the inside of his pocket. The beacon that Danzo gave him was ready to use. He wanted for Kurenai and his daughter to be okay, and they were at the village with Danzo, as Danzo told him that if he didn't sell out the others and the Hokage, he would make sure that he never see his family. He squeezed the button as he silently hummed, as he would be with his wife by nightfall if all go well. What the hell is that? Asuma said as he ran to the door. No! As Kakashi grabbed onto his hand, don't go out there. As he swatted away Kakashi's hand, as his feet hit on a stone, as he fell over, the beacon fly out of his pocket as it went over to Kakashi's feet. As Kakashi picked it up, as he immediately realized what it was, one of Danzo's handy locational beacons. His eyes grew wide in disappointment as he looked up at the shaking Asuma. As Kakashi threw the beacon over to Tsunade, as her face twisted in pain and anger. What is it, Tsunade? Sakura asked as she moved in closer. It's a location beacon. Danzo's, said Tsunade. Shikamaru shook his head. No, that cannot be right. Asuma would But he was cut off by Tsunade. Look at it, Shikamaru. It's turned on for God's sake. Right now it is sending a steady pulse to Danzo receiver. He will be here in an hour or so. Anko then scowled. Turn the damn thing off then, she said. It can't be turned off now, Anko. He knows we're here. But it may come in handy, said Tsunade. Should we be discussing things like this in front of him? Sasuke said as he pointed at Asuma, who was still on the floor. Asuma shook his head. Damn it, I got family back at Konoha. When we were at the prison, Danzo pulled me aside and he offered me and Kurenai's safety if I chose his side. You let him play you, Asuma, said Anko. Shikamaru's fist tightened. Is it true, Asuma sensei? You know I would do anything to save my child, Shikamaru. You were to become his or her sensei. Why cannot you understand, said Asuma. Kakashi then stepped forward. You have forsaken your friends, Asuma. Those who do that are worse than trash. Family or not, we would have helped. Save Kunai and your child. You were just too hasty. I don't care about that crap, Kakashi. You will all be killed by Danzo's man, and the village will go back to the way it was. Danzo, offer me great rewards if I help stray people away from Naruto's body. Shikamaru's jaw dropped. What did you just say? I help direct search party from Naruto's place, where he was dying. I followed Danzo's orders. Kakashi's eyes was flaring with hate as he pulled out a kunai and rushed forward, but Asuma jumped back as he opened his vest to reveal bombs everywhere on him and shurikens, so if the bomb went off and those who survived, they would be killed by the projectiles. As Kakashi stepped back, it was then that Sasuke's eyes went wide as his whole body started to tremble. He wasn't scared of Asuma, that wasn't it. Sasuke, what's wrong? Sakura asked, as they all just realized that the earthquake had stopped because of Asuma and Kakashi. They didn't notice it. Sasuke, what's wrong? He's here, Sasuke said. Who? Asked Tsunade. The wall then break open where Asuma was, as the sixth tail sticking in his head, as he bite down on Asuma's arm, as he ripped it off, as Asuma started screaming pain and agony, as the Kyuubi then released some arms and grabbed Asuma, pulling him outside, as the wall was teared out so they could see what happened, as the Kyuubi started to rip him apart, as he bite in Asuma's throat, killing him instantly, as he then sent the arm inside, but it barely missed Shikamaru, as everyone started to move, as Naruto break through the wall. What the hell is going on? Is it Naruto? Said Sakura. I don't think so. It's a nine-tail itself. It is more dangerous, said Kakashi, as they were running through the hall as they saw a bright light up ahead. It was the main entrance, and it would lead into the center of the city. As they all reached and dispersed outside, as they were all on tall buildings now, it was then the underground floor was blown up as the 8 tails Kyuubi emerged, as Kakashi's eyes went wide after seeing the 8 tails, as the 9 tails looked around, as it looked for Sasuke. Tsunade was the one that spoke. Naruto, what have you done? What the hell are you doing here? I am no longer Naruto Hokage. I have been set free for a little while to kill you all. No longer Naruto? Nine Tails, what the hell have you done? Said Tsunade. The Kyuubi was about to say something again when he stopped. Alright, master, he said, as he was speaking to someone. As he then turned to them, Naruto will speak to you now, he said. The Kyuubi opened his mouth wide as Naruto was sitting down on his tongue. His seal was open up and black liquid was leaking out of it. This was just an illusion because Naruto's real body was the 9 tails. Naruto, Sakura said as she was shaking. Naruto, why? She said. You killed me twice and asked me why? He said. As she was still shaking, that was an idiot question. She understand his pain. But he just ripped Asuma to pieces like it was nothing. He was going to do the same to them. As Sasuke then stepped in front of Sakura, the kunai forward as he went into a defensive stance. You came to my village with your dirty footsteps after the Uchihas were ordered to destroy the village to protect Konoha. You bunch of stupid idiots, Naruto said as he chuckled. It wasn't normal, it was very dark. As Tsunade frowned, he has never heard this before. The village was destroyed by other nations. That's a load of crap. The Uchihas were sent to destroy the village to make it seem like an enemy attack. Are you blind? Look around you. There are kunai and shurikens that only use in Konoha. The buildings are scorched with flame jutsu. The seal was broken when an Uchiha entered this place. Are you goddamn blind? Naruto shouted. Tsunade realized that he was right. That was the alarm. So that was a jutsu. So if the invaders arrived again, it was to stop them from receiving any trophies or stealing anything. The secrets of Uso. Sasuke then spoke. Naruto, end your request for revenge. You will only end up in the same place I was in with Itachi. Give yourself up and we can work this all out. I am sorry for killing you. I had no choice but to protect Sakura and the village. Don't let me do it again, old friend. Naruto stared at him for a minute as he threw back his head and started to laugh like a maniac. You dumb stupid fool. You know, I have to thank you for one thing. For you killing me, I unlock the power of the Kyuubi, and I know what is clear right now. First, I burn Konoha, then I burn you and let Sakura watch, and then I burn her as well, as Naruto started to laugh like a maniac again. With Nagato and the others, Nagato could see the tails of the nine-tail flaring up ahead, as he was worried for Naruto, as he was moving at a fast pace. As the other members ran forward as well, as Itachi was at the very back, as his mind was deep in thought. This is all going wrong. I am a Uchiha, and my people kill his clan. Will Naruto set on me next? Is he going to truly kill Sasuke? This is all crumbling around me. In the end, I need to save Sasuke and get out of here. I thought I could hold this cover for longer. I had so many good times with Akatsuki, but I joined it to protect my brother from the truth. It makes me wonder if Nagato will lash out at me. Is something wrong, Itachi? Konan said, as she was beside him, as she saw the look on his face. Sasuke is definitely there, along with the Hokage and the rest. Deidara then spoke. By the time we get there, no one will be left. Just look at that fox. Are you afraid, Deidara? Sasori asked. Back with Naruto, he was glaring at them all. Once they were his friends and his comrades, but now they were his prey. He scanned them over and then he grinned at them. Now, you're all going to die, Naruto said, as the tongue went back into the mouth, as Naruto vanished, as the Kyuubi let out a devastated roar. As everyone rushed up a tower so they can be at a high surface, as the group split into three as they were around the Kyuubi, as Sasuke stared at Naruto as he pulled his sword. He then screamed, Naruto, this ends now! He leaped off the tower and flew towards the Kyuubi, kunai in one hand, katana in another. The Kyuubi simply slapped him out of the air like a fly. Sakura saw Sasuke soaring through the air as she cried out his name. The Kyuubi then rose its head up into the air as Sasuke snapped back to his senses as he flipped in midair and landed, as blue and red chakra started to form the Biju bomb. As Kakashi cried out, everyone, get down! As the Kyuubi released the Biju bomb, as Kakashi grabbed Anko and Sakura as he jumped into a nearby building, as the Biju bomb passed them and kept on flying, destroying everything in its path. As it then exploded, vaporizing everything around it. Fire and debris rained around the entire place, and that wasn't even the full power of the Biju bomb. Are you two okay? Kakashi asked. My head hurts, but I'm okay, said Sakura. What about you, uncle? Oh, I'm fine, she said. The Kyuubi then saw Sasuke as he picked up a pole with his tail and threw it at Sasuke, trying to impale him. As Sasuke jumped on the pole, as he started to run on it until he jumped off, as he threw his kunai at the Kyuubi, that did nothing as he placed his sword on his back, as he ran through hand sign, fire style, fireball jutsu, as Kakashi leaped out of the building that he was in, as he did the same jutsu and fire a fireball at the Nine Tails, as Shikamaru rushed forward, as he used his technique to try and strangle the fox, as he wrapped him around with his shadows, as the two fireballs hit the Nine Tails dead on. After a while, everyone waited, as Shikamaru felt his shadow attack, quickly teared off the Nine Tails. When the smoke cleared, the Nine Tails simply chuckled. Foolish humans, do you think that would really hurt me? He said. Just outside of the city, a group of ninjas charged forward toward the city. That is Kiba, Akamaru and Shino, Rock Lee, and the rescued guy. and also Tenten, Choji and Ino, Yamato, Aruka, Inoichi, Shikaku, Choza, Hayashi, Katetsu and Izumo, as a lot of ninjas were there, as Yamato was there as well, so they can rescue Tsunade, their true Hokage, as they all play quiet as they know that the village was being taken over by Danzo. This was a perfect opportunity to strike. Across the other side of the village, approaching in top speed, there was a group of 100 envoys approaching the village, as it was Danzo envoys, as they were wearing a new sign for Konoha. It showed a burning leaf, showing that Leaf Village has been taken over and the old has been burned, as 4 of them was carrying a carriage with Danzo, and Shizune sitting beside him, as he called out for hold, as he barked out orders. We have received word that ninjas from the Leaf has escaped and rescued imprisoned ninjas. Now kill them all, and if it is possible, bring me the Kyuubi alive, but if it is not, bring me its head. Glory to the burning leaf! Glory to the burning leaf! All of the envoys shouted. With Nagato and the new team Tensei, they were 5 minutes away as they were heading there as well. Meanwhile, Zetsu had a smile on his face as they were in a tree. They phased through the ground. After a while, they arrived to the Akatsuki, as the Akatsuki was sitting in the darkness, all of them, with their red cloak. Things are getting really interesting up there, he said. Kakazu, Kabuto, and Kisame grinned. They have been waiting for Kisame's signal. Kabuto sat at a lab table, experimenting with a scroll and a drop of blood. One of them that was named Sanin. Where is Madara? Asked Zetsu. I am here, said a dark voice from the shadows. Make your report, Zetsu. Black Zetsu then spoke. Yes, the 3 groups are about to battle in the Whirlpool village. The battle will end up in a triangle. Kisame raised the eyebrow. 3 armies? That is correct. Naruto is already battling the former Hokage and her ninjas. His reinforcement, Tensei, are approaching behind him. There is also a large group of loyal ninjas to Tsunade approaching from behind them, and they will add to Tsunade's force. Madara chuckled darkly. And the 3rd army? Danzo's subordinates. What is left of the Leaf Village is now under his control. Well then, why don't we drop off a supposed housewarming gift for the new Uzukage? Is it ready, Kabuto? Kabuto grinned. Yes, Madara. He's almost ready. Back at the battlefield. Get ready, said Tsunade. This is not the end. We are far from done. We have all made our choice, and Naruto has made it as well. You guys are some of the best fighters of Konoha. Don't forget it. As all of the ninjas raised their head as they patted the dust off their body. The Kyuubi launched at Sasuke and Kakashi with his hand outstretched, ready to slice them to pieces. They leaped to the side as they scaled a nearby building, carrying the Kyuubi with them as he's chasing behind them, moving from the others. Kakashi and Sasuke jumped off the building as the Kyuubi ripped it apart as it was destroyed in seconds. Why are you running? Are you not Konoha elite? The Kyuubi asked as he was laughing. Sasuke then looked at the Kyuubi as he started to focus. As he said Amaterasu, the Kyuubi then turned as he looked like he was about to run away, as Sasuke let out a sigh of relief. But the Kyuubi then started to slam his tails on the ground as he released a massive wind gust, sending buildings and everything at the black flames, as the flames were being pushed back as they were heading towards Kakashi and Sasuke. As the buildings and everything collapsed, falling down, as tears came at Sakura's eyes. She did not see Kakashi or Sasuke left that area. What happened? Did they? As she didn't want to say the word. Tsunade then turned to Shikamaru as he pointed at 2 towers as they were combined with a bridge. We can pin the Kyuubi under the bridge and bring it down. That should give us a chance to escape. but that would require the manpower that we don't have. Well, if you need help, we're here. Shikamaru turned around as he saw his father. It was then he saw ninjas raining from the sky as they were all landing down on the building. Squad mate, parents, senseis, everyone. How? Said Shikamaru. Yamato stepped away from the group. We all left the village. Danzo had the village in an iron grip. He somehow knew about our secret. I am sorry to say, Hokage, but it seemed like we have been betrayed by one of our own, he said. Tsunade looked at the ground. We know. It was Asuma Sensei. Ino, Choji, and Shikaku took the news hard. No, that can't be. Shikamaru, tell her that she's wrong, said Ino. He did it for his wife and his child. He never did to hurt us all. Or so I believe, said Shikamaru. Where is he now? Did he leave the battlefield? Asked Choji. He's dead, Choji. The Nine Tails, no, Naruto killed him, said Shikamaru. The whole group glared at the Kyuubi, who did not notice them yet, as it was searching the collapsed wreckage of the tower. Tsunade stepped forward. Naruto is out of control. We will mourn our deaths after this. We need to take him down and Shikamaru has a plan, she said. Shikamaru stepped forward. I think with this group we can bring him down. I should hear from my father and Inoichi and Choza. They have fought the Nine Tails before, correct? The older Inashikacho members nodded as Shikaku stepped forward. Back over with the collapsed tower, Kakashi got up as he could taste blood in his mouth. His hands felt like they were spraying as he saw Sasuke lying face down unconscious with a large piece of metal in his leg. He needed to stop the bleeding before he bleed out. Kakashi walked over as he ripped out the metal iron, but Sasuke was still unconscious. As he then pulled out a vial and some bandages from his pouch, he poured the liquid in the wound as Sasuke got up and started to scream, but Kakashi quickly placed his hand over Sasuke's mouth before the Kyuubi heard them and found where they were holed up. As each second, the pain became normal before it started to feel better. Sasuke is now breathing heavily as Kakashi tied around the bandage as he helped Sasuke sit up and lean against the wall. As Sasuke coughed, "What happened? Where are we?" he said. The tower collapsed, but I grabbed onto you just in time and used my Kamui to clear any debris from falling on us. But I guess it was too much, he said, looking at Sasuke's leg. I am absolutely dry out of chakra. What about you? Kakashi asked. I have enough to get us out of here. You see over there, said Sasuke. He pointed across the room at a thin, weak metal panel. It was the weakest in the room. A Chidori would free them from this place. No, Sasuke, if you use your Chidori, we both will be out of chakra. Then we will be at no use to anyone. We need to find a way out of here without draining your last amount of chakra. I have an idea, said Kakashi. We can lift that metal panel. We would need more people for that, said Sasuke. I have enough chakra for that, said Kakashi. As he put his hand together, Shadow Clone Jutsu, as he summoned 4 clones. The clones were sweating as they wiped away their sweats, as they started to huff, as they were at their limit. As they went over to lift it, but they poofed away immediately, but the panel came flying off. As Kakashi looked, as he was scared to what he saw, it was the Kyuubi standing over them. Its face right to Kakashi's face. Found you, he said, as the Kyuubi thrust forward to devour Kakashi, but he was kicked under the chin by Guy and Lee, who was in the 4th gate release. They rushed inside his chamber and picked up Kakashi and Sasuke as they got out of there, as the Kyuubi shook his head. Damn annoying humans, he said, as they were brought to a building. Damn it, Uncle said, as Kakashi found himself being enveloped by a hug. I thought you were dead, she said, as Sakura grabbed Sasuke and almost crushed him with her brute strength. Sakura, I can't breathe, he said. I was so worried, Sasuke. I thought I had lost you. You will never lose me, and I will never lose you, he said. as they stared at the large amount of ninjas who had surrounded them. Tsunade then stepped forward. Glad to have you two back, but we need to finish this fight, she said. As Kakashi nodded, what's the plan? We kill Naruto and retake Konoha, she said. The ninjas roar in their approval, each of them thrusting their kunais up as they were ready for victory. As they all were on a tall building, as they heard laughter, as they wondered who it was, as a person was coming up, as they could see the person here, as Hayashi immediately recognized who it was, as Hinata Hyuga, as she was floating upwards, as Hayashi felt his heart tear as he saw his daughter, Hinata Hyuga, in her tensei clothes, as the thing that she was floating on was the top of Naruto's head. Did I just hear you say kill Naruto? How amusing. You leaf ninjas are priceless. How amusing indeed, said the Nine Tails. Hayashi's mouth was trembling. Hinata, why? Why did you join the Akatsuki? She only smirked. Father, have they not told you who killed Neji? Have they lied to you like they lied to me? What are you talking about? He asked. I see. So you don't know. Ask them. Who was responsible for killing Neji? I should just tell you, right? It was his own fellow ninja of Konoha. Tsunade, is this true? Hayashi asked. As Tsunade spoke, it was Danzo's man, not ours. Hinata giggled. All of you are from the Leaf. You were all responsible for letting Naruto die in the woods. Sasuke is a ninja on your side. He tore a hole through Naruto's chest and left him to die. Tsunade gritted her teeth. We will not let the Akatsuki kill off our people and destroy our village. I am not a part of the Akatsuki, said Hinata. Who are you then? Asked Tsunade. Simply, Tensei. What? Said Tsunade. Well, the Akatsuki has been split in half. Civil War. Not different from you and Danzo. Who took over the opposing side? What is happening? Said Tsunade. Madara Uchiha, you can ask him that, said Hinata. The older members, including Tsunade, Sasuke and Kakashi, gasped with their hands shaking as they couldn't believe the name that they heard. Enough of this talking, said a voice as Deidara was coming from the sky with a lot of explosive. As the Kyuubi growled, time to end this, he said as he ripped the roof in half. But guys, let me end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto Created His Own Village, and What If Naruto was trained by Kaguya, and enjoy. And stay in tune for What If Naruto had the Byakugan and the Sharingan mix. But for now, I'm out of here guys. Peace.